Alright, so welcome to my third video about Star Trek stuff, wherein a friend and I crack open a beer and chat about Star Trek Discovery Season 1, Episode 5, and the Orville Season 1, Episode 6.
Okay.
So, first off, there's a lot of odd similarities.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I was actually having trouble remembering which thing happened on which episode and how they got off which ship and so forth.
Yeah, in both episodes, it features a member of the main cast being stranded on the enemy ship and sort of having to escape. On the Orville, the captain and the pilot have to infiltrate a Krill ship because they're trying to access the Krill Holy Book.
Yeah, they want to learn more about the Krill, which they apparently know jack about, except they're religious. Which I guess is another similarity.
Yeah, the Krill are very religious, so are the Klingons on Discovery. And on Discovery, Captain Lorca has to... Captain Lorca gets captured by the Klingons. And he has to escape a Klingon ship.
Yeah, they just kind of ambush his shuttle very abruptly.
And, like, with the whole thing that happened with trying to escape a sun's gravity in the previous episode of these shows, I'm like, are these two shows trying to copy each other? Like, it's too weird.
No, they're both trying to copy old Star Trek.
Fair enough. So...
which Discovery is getting better at.
Yeah, Discovery's definitely becoming a better show. This episode of Discovery had a lot of really cool stuff in it, like character development, like the kind of standoffish head of the secret Spore Drive project. His character develops a lot.
He's actually really cool, I think. Like, no,
Yeah,
I kind of liked him, and then I saw that, but I'm like, okay, he's awesome, and also this finally feels like an ensemble cast.
Yeah, and he put, he put that stuff in himself, the experimental stuff, because he cares about science.
Starfleet's probably not going to prove that, but I don't think he really cares about Starfleet so much as just getting to do science.
Right.
He's not looking for a career running a science station.
Yeah. Now, there was also some character development for First Officer Suru.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that was pretty cool. He was in command when Lorca was missing. And what I think's kind of funny about Suru or Saru or whatever his name is. Saru. The way he looks.
Mm-hmm.
He looks kind of like the alien helmsman from Star Trek the Animated Series.
Oh yeah, and there's a couple other aliens on the Discovery or other Federation ships in Discovery that have designs that look more like the animated series aliens, and I really do like that. Like, the Discovery looks like an original series ship, kinda. The Enterprise, the ship interiors now really are starting to look like a mix of Enterprise and Abrams and a little bit of the original series. I feel like it's going more towards Enterprise and away from Abrams than it's going towards original series, which is kind of weird, but whatever, as far as shots and the look of things. But Like, it's very subtle, but it definitely did feel much more cinematic in the pilot compared to now, where it basically feels like the same kind of shooting techniques they used in Enterprise and the same kind of lighting they used in Enterprise.
Yeah. And yeah, it's definitely feeling more like Star Trek as the series progresses.
And we have seen some hints of original series, like Michael's prisoner uniform.
Right? Her prisoner uniform looked like a command officer from original series.
Yeah. Or like a pajama version of it.
Right. Now,
what if we make our new uniforms based on the prison design? It'll be way cheaper than these things with the metal ridges.
right. Now, there was definitely... The episode went to some pretty dark places. Like, Captain Lorca gets tortured
Yeah.
by the Klingon captain. He also meets another Starfleet officer who's been imprisoned by the Klingons for 6 months, ever since the war started. And he's relatively physically healthy because the captain took a liking to him. The Klingon captain took a liking to him, it's said. And then when he's trying to escape, she says, "You can't leave me." And it's really creepy, and he beats the hell out of her, and he's clearly like kind of snapped mentally, so that's all pretty dark.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we also meet the new Harry Mudd.
Yeah.
Or rather, the old Harry Mudd, since this is him when he was young, before the events of original series.
There's another non-original series that we knew was coming. I mean, I need to go, like, rewatch that episode. But I feel like they at least tried.
I believe Harry Mudd's in 2 episodes of the original series.
Oh, yeah.
But...
And this is the second time we've seen a Starfleet captain tortured with things involving lights.
Mm-hmm. Captain Lorca's light sensitivity issue is exploited by the Klingons. Because Harry Mudd betrays him.
Yeah. Mudd's got a cool bug. But, cool bug. But, I mean, there's some interesting dialogue between them, but...
Overall, the episode wasn't about Mudd. He was just sort of there. Now, on Orville...
Mm-hmm.
The krill are sensitive to light, it turns out.
Oh, yeah!
Kind of like Captain Lorca.
I swear, like, there's, like... they get, like, a writer's random generation plot table each month in a magazine or something? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of recurring themes and ideas.
Indeed. So, on Orville, instead of being captured, they actually specifically disguise themselves as krill and infiltrate the krill ship.
After stopping a krill ship from bombarding a colony world, very similar to some things we've seen on Discovery.
And,
I just wanted the Orville itself bites like a mix of the Voyager and the Defiant, and seems to be in that kind of a niche as far as a ship. It's not...
it's a quick, agile fighter.
Yeah, it's a well-armed scout vessel.
Hence them being the ones recruited to go do this scouting mission to read the krill holy text. Oh, and when Gordon Malloy gets his leg injured, he says, "Hey, that's a new leg!
It's a brand new leg!
That's a brand new leg!" Harkening back to the joke that keeps on giving from the previous episode.
Keeps on running, though Malloy might not be for a while at this point. But, I mean, Orville's fun, but I have to say their attempts at infiltration were kind of painful, though they did point out they weren't spies and had other reasons for sending them. So, what were their reasons for sending them again? Oh, right, they wanted the good pilot because he could actually fly the krill ship.
And for some reason, the Seth MacFarlane character is one of their better diplomats.
Yeah, I feel like that would, like... that seemed kind of odd, especially leaving the Orville without its captain to do it. Seemed a little weird, but whatever. But yeah.
If he really is one of their better diplomats.
I guess so. I mean, he did pull it off, but he shouldn't seem like one of their better diplomats.
Yeah. He seemed kind of like a bumbling fool.
Maybe he's just a terrible actor. I mean, in character.
Right, it's Seth MacFarlane's acting skill that lacks, not the captain's diplomatic skills.
I mean, a lot of it was just the lines, too. Like, they were saying silly, funny shit. Like, intentionally kind of messing with the krill. But, I don't know.
Yeah. They even get dragged in front of a classroom filled with krill children and has to talk about their experiences fighting against humans because they're disguised as krill at the time. It's kind of funny.
And yeah. So yeah, they discover a krill weapon and have to stop it. Instead of trying to warn people because there's not enough time. But then they don't want to kill the krill children, even though they've probably already killed a bunch of krill children when you think about it now. But hey, they didn't know that, I guess. I mean,
they killed, right? Any krill children that weren't in the classroom got burned to death by the lights on board the ship.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they had most or all of them in the classroom. So, but just the fact that they've blown up at least 2 krill ships, which presumably had trainees on them. Like, the krill seem to be like the Federation from Star Trek in that regard. Which I personally don't think is that unusual, but it's funny how modern in their values and dedicated the Orville crew are, even though they're really bumbling and actually carrying out those values. Like, half the time they seem to basically outright fail and be doing the right things for only half the right reasons.
Yeah.
But they try.
They try, right? Interestingly enough, they have to, like, stop this emergency in the Orville episode. This emergency, what is it, a bomb or something, right?
Wait, what?
The weapon, the krill weapon.
Oh yeah, it's like
some crazy bomb.
Neutrino bomb, neutron bomb, I don't know. It's some kind of big old bomb.
It's gonna
wipe out a continent.
Yeah, it's gonna be used on an innocent colony world.
So they stop it and save the kids and steal the ship and don't.
They kill all the adult krill on
except
board.
The one they actually
teacher.
like.
She's the teacher of the children.
Except she hates them now because they
killed everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they send the children back to the krill also. Like, they don't keep the children or, anything. Or try and negotiate for human prisoners or anything.
Ooh, 4 krill children. Spoils of war.
It's just kind of funny how, gung-ho they are about stopping the krill.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, those are young krill.
On Discovery, Saru was really gung-ho about using that creature to spore jump, even if it killed the creature.
I mean, to be fair, he was trying to save his captain. He was pretty sure it wouldn't kill the creature, and he, at the time, didn't think it was sentient.
Fair enough.
Like, he did seem pretty, upset about the potential of having killed the sentient creature when he did realize the ramifications. But he was also really desperate to save the captain, so.
Yeah. I feel like his loyalty to his captain, both to the previous captain and to Captain Lorca, is maybe a little too high.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like loyalty to the principals should come before loyalty to the captain, but then Egghead dude, you know, who's the chief of the Spore Drive Research Project, gets his boyfriend or husband or whatever, who's the lead medical officer, to like intervene and like tell acting Captain Saru, you know, we can't fuck with this creature anymore. But Captain Saru, acting Captain Saru, still orders that it happen. And then, yeah, the research lead ends up putting himself uh, inside the Spore Drive control chamber
Yep.
instead of the tardigrade.
Conducting forbidden eugenics experiments.
On himself. Yeah, technically that's illegal in the Federation. You can't genetically engineer a human, which is what he did. Oh, geez, and then the end.
Ah, yeah, the end.
What the hell was that about?
I don't know. Some people online were talking about there's going to be a mirror universe after that. That seems a little weird for a literal mirror. I think maybe he's going crazy. Maybe it's a metaphor.
Right.
Or maybe...
Yeah?
I don't know. Or maybe there's something else going on. But I don't think it's as simple as the mirror. As like...
Yeah. I don't think it's the mirror universe per se, but I do think like maybe he's snapped from like seeing the whole universe.
Oh no, I think maybe he like remember when Worf got like quantum broke? Yeah, I think maybe that might be about to happen to him. Like he's starting to go off.
Right, he might be starting a quantum break, or he went crazy, or he got possessed by some spore creature, or he's literally going like what happened was him and his boyfriend were brushing their teeth, and then they leave the bathroom, but his reflection is still in the mirror. But like maybe with the whole like spore drive, you're like in subspace in all these different places. Maybe now he's in subspace too, and he's literally in more places at once. Like
Right.
he's still standing, and even though he's in bed with his boyfriend, he's still standing in the bathroom looking in the mirror, cause like he's like stretched across time and subspace.
And and speaking of stretched across subspace, I feel like we finally got a proper Star Trek level of science technobabble in detail on the spore drive and what the hell's going on with these things and so forth.
Yeah, that was
It made
good.
Sense.
It on a Star Trek level, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it fits the Star Trek continuity, other than the fact that there's got to be some reason they're not using this thing in a couple decades.
It can't be just the ethical implications that go against the Federation Charter. It's got to be more than that.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because you don't hear about spore drives being banned by the Kittimer Accord or anything. It's not...
Yeah, that's true. And they were like, you can't have cloak.
They talk about how you can't genetically engineer humans.
And this thing is apparently such a secret weapon that it's not even common knowledge to Federation personnel in later generations, so...
Yeah. So what's going on there? Is there going to be some kind of, like, retcon kind of...
I mean, there might be a retcon, or it's just so dangerous that they completely bury it.
Makes sense. So, is it just me, or do the Krill kind of look like the new Klingons?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that was intentional.
Yeah. But, I guess they're also ultra white people. There's like no light on their planet.
Yeah.
They all have
Cloud
light,
cover.
Yeah, they all have super light skin as a result. Like literally white skin. They're
Yep.
super sensitive to light.
They're an underdark race. Except even more sensitive.
Right. There's some weird like D&D half demon orcs that live underground.
Yep.
So you were saying you liked how a lot of the races on the new Star Trek looked like animated series races, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean specifically? Like the robot dudes, or like...
There's been a couple, like... There was one alien, like, okay, so there's the first officer, of course, this Saru. There was the, there's the Cyborg, who I still haven't identified the species of. There was...
The one that I thought might be a Binar or something?
Yeah.
Right.
And then there was another one with a really weird big head. That was, like, only briefly in a bridge shot, and I'm not even sure which ship it was.
Right.
But yeah, no, like, especially on the different bridges from Battle of the Binary Stars and different shots, like, in passing, you see some aliens that are a little more radical than a lot of original series or Next Generation designs, which I really like.
Right. Yeah, that is cooler. I mean, I guess in the pilot episode there was some pretty weird looking aliens that looked a little more animated series.
Yeah. I mean, there's only been a few here and there, but they're well done. And it works. And honestly, if there were tons of them, it would kind of be, like, weird. But it feels like it matches what they did in animated series when they could, because it was animated, and now they can because modern technology.
Modern technology is better than 1970s, 60s technology. That's definitely true. So, I actually can't think of anything else.
Yeah, the holograms. I still think they're, like, I could accept holograms, especially, like, translucent, flickery ones, but the fact they can look around the bridge over subspace is kind of annoying, given the DS9 canon, and the fact they use screens on all the other ships. Like, if they were just standing there, like, talking and couldn't see anyone or look around, that would make... I would totally buy that. But
yeah, that does make a lot of the stuff about the technology of this era kind of frustrating, and like it makes you question why they did it as a prequel instead of as a sequel.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, overall, I think both these shows are really growing on me. I think they're both good shows.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, I think that's all the major points.
Cool. Alright, have a good one, everybody.
Have a good one.
Live long and prosper.